What's going on, guys? It's 3 p.m. with with Beyer here. I'm going to do a deck profile on my shitty Darkrai deck, Darkrai Yveltal. This is my take on the deck, what I built, what I use. Let's get started. Great games, Matt. To kick it off, it's Darkrai Yveltal, I already said. 3 Yveltals. It's because it's your main attacker in the deck, so you want to have more than any other Pokemon. Set that to the side. Darkrai, the main assistant to the deck, mainly for Dark Cloak, but I also like to set up Night Spears to make 4 prize double plays. And I'll explain that a little bit later. The next Pokemon is 2 Sableye. I'd like to lead with this Pokemon more, but unfortunately, because I do have more Yveltals than Sableyes, I do get the Yveltal start more than I do the Sableye start. But generally, I opt to go first anyway, so I'm not going to be attacking anyway. Next, I run 2 Keldeo. Some people tell me to drop it to 1, but I'm a strong believer that if it's prized, I'm in a really difficult position, so I play 2. I don't think there's much to say other than that. The Russian ability allows me to get out of paralyzation. It allows me to get out of sleep if I'm locked into a laser. It's better for most situations for me. Next Pokemon is Yveltal. It's another ideal start. With these 3 Pokemon, it's my ideal start. Oblivion Wing isn't bad. I prefer Sableye because I do go through a lot of resources really early on in the game, and it's great for me late game if I get them back early on. Another Pokemon I run, Bouffalant. It assists with the 4 prize plays, as I said earlier, combining the Night Spear, putting 30 on a Yveltal if I'm in the mirror match, puts it at 140, Gold Breaker with a Muscle Band, and that's 4 prizes if I knock something out with the Night Spear. I think it's just a combo that I love. There's also Mr. Mime in here to protect myself from getting 4 prize plays. The bench barrier is too great. Next we have my supporter count. I run 4 Junipers. Goes great with the Yveltal's Oblivion Wing. Goes great with Dark Patch. 4 Ns. I think it's pretty standard that a lot of decks run 3 or 4 N. I like it in this deck. I don't think there's much to say about it. Everybody likes it. And I prefer this art. I have the other 4, so I don't know if you guys like the other one. This is just my taste. 2 Skylas. I run a lot of single trainers where there's only 1 in the deck. So Skylas are pretty great for me because I can go in Skyla for that one card. The only Stadium in the deck, Burbank City Gem. It goes great with the Hypnotoxic Laser. I run 2 because generally if somebody plays Tropical Beach, I can play it over the Tropical Beach, and if they play another one over it, that's 2 Tropical Beaches out of their deck, and 2 cards out of mine. Generally people don't end up Ultra Balling it away, or getting rid of their beaches early on after they have one in play. So the idea that I'm going to get that my Burbanks are going to go out of play after I play a second one isn't too common. Next, for the trainers, 4 Ultra Ball. I think that's pretty standard in a Darkrai deck, especially comboed along with 4 Dark Patch. Allows me to put Darkness Energy from my discard onto my bench Dark Pokemon, so I can't put it on these 3. However, Oblivion Wing can put it on any Pokemon. It makes great, easy plays for Bouffalant to set up. Next, 4 Lasers. Kind of difficult when there's a lot of Rizzy and Gensex decks around, but other than that, they're great for my deck. However, if I do get stuck in a Rizzy and Gensex matchup, I can always just Ultra Ball these away. 2 Muscle Bands. I'd like to up that count to 3, but right now I just can't seem to find the space. I've been thinking hard about it, but 2 works just fine for now. I run 2 red cards. I think red card is a great card. It shuffles your opponent's end into their deck, and they get to draw 4. So on an ideal start, if I have one in my first 7 cards in my hand, I can cut my opponent down from a 6-card hand to a 4-card hand. It's pretty great. Next are the singles. Now there's a lot of just 1 card. First is my ace deck, Computer Search. I run Computer Search over Dowsing Machine because I like the early on leads, and I like to get an early position advantage. I won one Professor's Letter, Energy Search. If you're an older player, this is just an Energy Search for 2. Enhanced Hammer. I like the guarantee. It's kind of hard with the Crushing Hammer. The Crushing Hammer is a flip a coin, but there's a lot of decks that are really dependent on special energy. So this is just great for almost every matchup. Next, one Bicycle. I like the idea to Skylift for a draw card. It's pretty great, and if I draw into it, it's not a bad situation. Random Receiver. If I draw into it, it's a guaranteed supporter. If I end myself into it, and it's always, you can always junk hunt for it. So if you can't, so I don't need a Dowsing Machine for a supporter. I can always Random Receiver for one, and I don't have to lose two resources. Startling Megaphone. If you're new to the game, this is the card that pretty much replaced Tool Scrapper. I could see people Tool Scrappering themselves and junk hunting for their own things, but I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather have the Startling Megaphone. Next, one Pokemon Catcher. I could try to up this to 2, but because it's a flip a coin, it's kind of hard for me to play. Again, I'm not a big fan of coin flips, but if I did have to rearrange this deck, I'd probably add more catchers. One Energy Switch. A lot of people disagree with me on this, but again, space is a thing for me. But it allows me to move, an energy if I don't have the Darkrai out, an energy from a Dark Patch to Yveltal. If I Dark Patch to Yveltal, energy switch it to Sableye so I can go for the jump gun. It's just the situations I get in. One Super Rod. I don't think you need more than that. You can always just Super Rod for more Pokemon back in your deck so you don't deck out. If I run out of my Bouffalant, or they already knock out my Yveltal and I need it. Next is my energy count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Dark Energy. I think this is a great number. I like 9. I used to play 9. But I think 8 is a decent enough number to work with. And then lastly, I have 3 double colorless energy. 1 from base set, 1 from base set, and 2 from base set 2. I run 3 DCEs for Bouffalant and Yveltal. If I had to add Zoroark into my deck, I would add a 4th one because Zoroark is a great Pokemon for this game. But if I also were to play Zoroark, I'd probably end up cutting Bouffalant, Mr. Mime, and possibly even Keldeo. So it's kind of difficult for me to make a decision whether or not I like Bouffalant more. A lot of the cards, if you want to go over my list again, I like my list a lot. I'm very content with it. If you have any comments, any ideas for me, feel free to leave them in the comments. I appreciate every comment. Constructive criticism always is beneficial.
What the fuck is up with all the noise out here? Fuck the noise, man. What's up with this charge right here to 100 rap fuck?